another semester of Witticism. I'm Tara.
And I'm Nolan, bringing you the news that matters most around the globe.
Too much of a bad thing is a very bad thing unless it's vanilla extract. Too much vanilla extract is known to get you drunk, but so far, no one was dumb enough to try until recently, when a woman was pulled over with over 47 empty bottles of the extract in her passenger seat. When asked why she had so much vanilla, she confidently slurred her words when saying, "I'm Paula Deen, bitch."
Denmark recently decided to jump on the whole build a wall train. This border between Denmark and Germany was built for one thing and one thing only, to keep those filthy, dirty, German wild boars out. These wild boars pose a huge possible threat to the pigs in the Denmark, and plus the wall also has the added benefit of keeping out those Germans.
A sea lion soaked a child in vomit after being harassed at a zoo. I don't see a problem here, honestly. The sea lion kept saying no, and the child didn't even care. This is a case of what we call bad parenting.
Kelsey Carter, a Kiwi pop singer, wanted to celebrate Harry Styles' 25th birthday with something she could always remember. And there's nothing better to do that than a tattoo of a portrait of a baby Harry Styles right on the side of her cheek. I personally would have opted for like a Zayn Malik chess piece, but we all have our preferences.
A woman speeding to the hospital was pulled over after giving birth to a bomb in her car. After puzzling the police of how a bomb came out of her, she was arrested and then later released when she clarified the baby's name was Atom Bomb. I'm sure the child will have a blast with that name at the airport.
Wally, an emotional support alligator, brings joy to children with disabilities and senior citizens. He's widely adored for his kind behavior and his patience with all types of people. Congratulations, Wally, you're better than most human beings.
Gluten-free chicken nuggets have been recalled for containing wood. If you're a person with celiac, like me, you're not at all surprised.
Heartbroken, Spokane townspeople gathered this past weekend to mourn over a devastating tragedy in the community with a candlelit vigil. Each passerby offering prayers and a shoulder to cry on over the loss of 17-year-old Little Caesars Pizza. A well-loved and respected part of the community, many residents will abstain from using any of the hundreds of other pizza places in town to honor its untarnishable memory, at least until they don't feel like cooking.
A man tired of his lack of control over life decided to take a little control back during his morning commute to work by stealing that control from a taxi cab driver. We have an exclusive response from the cab driver who was quoted, "As startled as I was amazed with that dude's conviction, I've never seen someone so crazy but so passionate about a new lease on life. Even if he almost killed us in the blind rage-filled process, it was really inspiring in a way."
A Russian man proposed to his girlfriend at trial while she was being sentenced for stabbing him 13 times. In response to the stabbing, the man said, "Honey, I'm sorry, I didn't understand earlier, but our recent talk cleared things up for me, and I'm ready to tie the knot." True love. I guess Russians just do it differently.
An 80-year-old man in Loxley accidentally drove his car into a lake while fishing. Rescuers found him calmly waiting while smoking his pipe as his car sank. I guess by the time you're 80, the fear of death has lost its novelty. Well, this is a pickle. I suppose I'll either be rescued in time or not. I've had a good run, might as well have a smoke to pass the time. Fair weather today.
A man in Australia claims to have left a raw steak in his parked car to see how much it would cook in the heat. The results? A well-done steak. He shared photos online to raise awareness of the dangers of leaving pets, children, and the elderly in parked cars without AC. But all anyone wants to talk about is how the steak doesn't really look well done as claimed. The internet is analyzing every detail, and people are either team lies or team well done. Meanwhile, the man who posted the photo feels people are kind of missing the point he was trying to make.
And that's all the time we have tonight. I'm Tara.
And I'm Nolan. You stay beautiful, Indiana.
Scoot up in the... Okay, ready?
You're watching Witticism.
Welcome to Press Start.
2 players, 1 controller. 2 players, one controller. And
Playing
go.
Smash, let's go.
Oh no, I know what it is.
Toe Drum Island.
No!
Yeah.
I fell in love with the campus, with the people, with my IUP life. See it for yourself. Visit us. Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Find your success.
When I was in high school, I didn't know where I wanted to go to college. But I did know I wanted a major with job potential, and a campus that felt like the right place for me. I chose IUP. I'm studying on a beautiful campus with great professors who focus on student success and 140 academic majors. I'm Megan Spangler. I study nursing. Find your success at IUP.
It was 1937. The sun shined brighter, the fields extended miles long, air was cleaner, even a little crisper. I had just graduated high school and longed for a change in my life, some adventure. I wound up at a party one night and drank one too many shooters. The saying back then was, give her 2 shooters to see her hooters. Well, I was on my 8th, and that's when I decided that showing my hooters wasn't enough for me. Right before I could pull my sweater down to cover my bosoms, I heard the sharpest whistle I ever heard leave a mouth. I pulled my sweater down, and that's what I saw her. She was standing with her hip cocked and her hand brushing her hair out of her face. She walked right up to me and whispered in my ear, "Hi, I'm Amelia. Nice to meet you." I couldn't stop myself from blushing as the sound of her voice mesmerized me. She pulled her head back and giggled at how red my face was. Amelia then grabbed my hand and pulled me with her. I didn't know where we were going, but if I was with her, I didn't mind at all. Once we left the party, I wasn't sure where she was taking me. The walk felt like forever, but her company was more than enough to keep me occupied, if you know what I mean. After about 35 minutes of walking, we got to this rundown house with a huge barn. She walked me to the barn and wouldn't tell me about anything that was inside of it. All she said was, "You'll just have to wait and see for yourself." I was so confused, I thought it was gonna be some magical horse or maybe even a 2-headed cow. But when she opened the doors, I was even more shocked. I couldn't contain my excitement and woo, I let out a scream. A plane. Amelia had her own plane. She whisked me into the barn and up into the plane. We sat and talked for hours. I thought the night was perfect until she started to tell me her plan to fly around the world. The thought made me nervous. How could she be so sure she'd be okay? That she wouldn't wreck at some geometrical-shaped island. But Amelia insisted and reassured me that she'd be fine and that she was leaving in the morning. I spent that night with Amelia and she took me to her bed in the attic of the barn. I laid down on her bed as she got ready to sleep and talked of her excitement to leave in the morning. She laid down next to me and rubbed my bad hip, reassuring me it wouldn't be the last time she stared into my cataract. The morning she took off before I woke. She left a note saying, "Dear Bertha, you'll always be with me, and I always with you. I'm not flying around the world alone, rather with you inside me. Much love, Amelia." I never saw Amelia after that. However, I did get a postcard 2 years ago from the Bermuda Triangle saying, "No hips ever cracked quite like yours, Bertha." In reading it, I felt her presence. Happy Valentine's Day, kiddies, and make sure to use a safe word.
Welcome back to Witticism's Word of the Day, your primary source for today's most important words. Today's word of the day is Valentine's Day, proper noun, the reason anybody has ever been born in November. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome back to Collegiate Code. Since it's Valentine's Day, we're going to do sexy Mad Libs. All right, I need a body part.
Toe. Big toe.
Big toe.
Big toe.
Oh, going with the foot fetish immediately.
An adjective.
Pink.
Noun.
Glasses.
Body part.
Nose.
And another noun.
Thighs.
Another body part.
Slong. A slong.
A verb ending in S.
Sleeps.
Another body part.
All these body parts.
Big slong.
And another body part.
Kneecap.
A verb.
Smelling.
Another body part.
Belly button.
Another adjective.
Can we do hairy now?
Yeah, let's put Harry in there.
Followed by a noun.
Football.
We're getting
Verb ending in
sporty.
ing.
Blowing.
An adjective.
What?
A body part.
Earlobe.
A verb ending in S.
Rose.
Finally, a level of intensity.
Maximum.
Suddenly, he grabs me, tipping me across his big toe. With one pink movement, he angles his glasses so my nose is resting on the thighs besides him. He throws his right slong over both mine and sleeps his left big slong on the small of my right kneecap. Holding me down so I cannot smell me, he places his belly buttons on my hairy football. Softly blowing me, stroking around and around with his wet palm. And then his earlobe is no longer there, and he throws me maximum. This one's called Cupid's Delivery. I need an adjective.
Moist.
A body part?
Can I say nipple?
Sure. Adjective.
Sexy.
A person.
Graham.
Graham.
Oh.
That's Graham, guys.
A noun.
Cheek.
A verb.
Wipes.
A season.
Early spring.
A noun.
Egg.
A proper noun.
Graham.
It's in our place. Oh, me again.
Person in room.
Graham.
I am in love with your moist daughter. I would like to ask her nipple in marriage. She is my idea of a sexy Graham. She's the only cheek I've ever loved. We would like to get wiped in sort of spring. Hopefully the egg will cooperate on the day we choose.
It's hard to explain. It just became home. There are hundreds of majors and programs, bachelor's degrees to PhDs, small classes and faculty that really get to know you. Amazing internships and everywhere, programs that help to find a job that is right for you. It's what IUP is about, a commitment to your success. See it for yourself. Visit us, Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Find your success.
This just in, rockers. Noah dropped the bagel.
I went to sit down and it slipped.
You had one job.
This one I need an occasion.
Picklesburg.
Verb ending in ing.
Sucking.
An adjective.
Sweaty.
A verb.
Jumping.
An adjective.
Big.
A verb.
Lunges.
A noun.
T-shirt.
A verb ending in ing.
Falling.
A verb.
Stripping.
Falling while stripping.
Verb ending in ing.
Kicking.
Another verb.
Screaming.
Screaming.
Plural noun.
Shoes.
Ready for this one?
Yes.
Happy party! I know we've been sucking very long. And I really don't want to make us sweaty or jumping into anything too big, but I love the way you lunge. And I'm super into your t-shirt, and I hope you want to keep falling with me. We don't need to strip, every day or anything. Do you like kicking as much as I do? P.S. I'd really like to scream your shoes. If you'd ever be into that. No pressure though. Glamming it up.
Okay.
Person in room.
Michael Cera.
Person in room.
Kayla.
Me? Little me?
Little you. Adjective.
Small.
Plural noun.
Peepees.
Right, a place.
Grandma's basement.
Verb.
Swiftly.
Adjective.
Yellow.
Ish.
Right, a noun.
Balls.
An adjective.
Large.
Part of the body, plural.
Nostrils.
A celebrity.
Amy Schumer.
A noun.
Egg.
Right, a color.
Red.
Part of the body, plural.
Nips.
Part of the body.
Graham's cheek.
Right, a number.
69.
Adjective.
Saucy.
A noun.
Hair.
Type of food.
Egg.
Or a banana.
Ches.
I need another type of food.
Ches.
Banana.
Banana.
An adjective.
Cheesy.
And finally another adjective.
Eggy.
Michael Sarah had been looking forward to her first date with Kayla all week. He was a small catch. He had his own business importing rare fossilized PPs.
Wait, what?
Say it again.
He had his own business importing rare.
Rare what?
He had his own business importing.
Can you get through this one? Do I need to read it?
Fossilized peepees.
He had his own business importing rare fossilized peepees from remote locations in Grandma's basement. He had to be swiftly successful because he drove a yellowish sports car and lived in a huge big house. Because he drove in a yellowish sports car and lived in huge brick balls in an upscale large neighborhood. To top it off, his nostrils were as finely chiseled as Amy Schumer's. She grabbed her favorite low-cut egg from the closet. It really brought out the red in her cheese nips. Even better, it extended her ample Graham's butt. She grabbed a pair of 69-inch stiletto pumps and accessorized the outfit with a simple saucy pendant and an oversized pair of hair-shaped earrings. To make sure she got all of his senses tingling, she sprayed on her best kumquat scented perfume and used some banana-flavored breath freshener. You're as cheesy as you'll ever be, she thought. Now get out of here and knock him eggy.
Just a reminder, those heels are almost 6 foot.
Thanks for watching Sexy Mad Libs.
Bye.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, so there for me too.
I think the true MVP of this team has been Kayshawn Carter. He is second in kick return average. He already had a touchdown this season, and he's really been the unsung hero for this team. He puts the offense in a great position. He gets them to just about the 40-yard line every single kickoff return.
You know, it takes a lot for me to do this as a Michigan fan, but unfortunately I'm going to have to say that I'm probably going to put Ohio State at the top of the Big Ten. Second to them, I'm probably going to put Penn State. They've been able to find their groove without Saquon.
Throwing Gritty, that dude.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God, yeah, that guy. So to paint a picture for everybody, Gritty is their new mascot. Looks absolutely atrocious, and rather than putting a graphic
That's an understatement.
Oh my God, he looks like the animal from the Muppets.
I think they do have a chance of contention if they beat Georgia. Because when you look at the rest of their schedule, very easy. Not a single top 25 team on there the rest of the way.
My answer would have to be a pro deck hockey player because those guys are real sick.
Welcome back to Valentine's Day Tips with me, Cheryl Lips. I'm just getting ready for my big date with Bob. I know he has something really great planned. It's almost as if he completely forgot about Valentine's Day, but I know Bob. He's a little more romantic than that. Last year, he made me a bologna sandwich, and then he cut off the crust, and then he ate the sandwich and gave me the crust, and then I turned the crust into a heart because I knew what Bob was going for. So obviously, there's a lot of romantic things you can do for your significant other for Valentine's Day, like homemade seasonal apparel. So starting off, we need a t-shirt 2 sizes bigger, so we don't need to feel so insecure. Feel free to choose any color t-shirt you want. I choose black because it's the color of love, but you know, a more dangerous type. You know, when you're doing the 2-person conga and you're wearing black and you feel saucier than your grandma's rigatoni. Well, we're gonna capture that for you today. This is very simple. Observe. Cut straight across, right down the décollage, and watch as your lingerie transforms into an inverted sweetheart neckline. Much like my bob, an inverted sweetheart. You wear this in the bedroom and you'll instantly get pregnant. Only use this power if you both have good genes. Otherwise, we'll end up with children as dumb as a bag of bricks. Oh, this reminds me of our wedding night. It was a quick little thing down at the Speedy Chapel where, I'm sorry, I'm still cutting. A quick marriage, and I'm not even sure we were at the right religious house, but you know, it hardly mattered, you know. We didn't want Bob's parents to know that I'd already gotten pregnant, so we had to quickly tie the knot before they found out. And oddly enough, nobody noticed, even though I was probably like 6 months showing, but I think Bob's mom thought I was just fat, which I'm not. I really do find cutting t-shirts therapeutic since, you know, I can't really take a pair of scissors to my own family, problems. Boy, Chad, you bought the thickest pair of t-shirts you could, didn't you? We are halfway there, folks. Ow. Broke a nail, almost. Now for another longueur option for when you're getting hot and heavy, putting a spicy al dente noodle into the spaghetti house. You'll need another t-shirt and 2 simple snips right here at the high beams. It's subtle, but it'll capture all the attention you want for dressing the taco with all the fixins. My Bob really likes this one for the easy access to my sensitive peaks. He calls me his sexy Sarah Palin. Oh, look, bug eyes. Yeah, take this thing off. So this is what the completed look is. Of course, I'm not gonna show you what it actually is if you were just wearing the shirt, because, well, the producer said I couldn't do that. But look, you can see these sparkly little, they look like Christmas balls. You know what? I was looking at this little bit of fabric sitting here, and I realized you could get another little linguine out of it. This one is good for those of you that feel too restricted by sleeves. It has no shoulders, but it's held up by the sisters. Like Marge Simpson, but goth. Or you could just wear nothing if you feel too restricted. That's always a winner in the frickle-frackle room. Now, as much as riding the Bologna pony is a great part of Valentine's Day, the day beforehand is just as important. If you're looking for date options, the gas station for cheap condoms is not a good choice. Well, condoms are a good choice. Otherwise, you'll end up with 3 children stuck in, I cannot stress this enough, the 6th grade. Dumb as posts. All of them. Anyway, fun date ideas. If you're feeling fancy, maybe take them out to eat someplace upper crusty, like Olive Garden. Make sure you set a reservation in time or you'll wind up stuck in one of those big family booths next to some of the more under-sophisticated types whose 6th graders can't stay unsupervised. Anytime away from the gremlins you call your children is a fun date, so why the hell would you ruin everybody else's Italian cuisine like that? Or if you don't feel like expending any effort this year, you can turn to writing Valentine's Day cards. I like to fill mine with poems for my sweetheart, for my love, for Bob. The great thing about Valentine's Day cards is that you can make them any way you want to, and your hubby has to take them and love them unconditionally. Here's some haikus that I pre-wrote for Bob to get ready for all the Netflix and relaxing.
It's Netflix and chill.
What was that, Chad?
It's Netflix and chill.
It's Netflix and chill. That's so stupid. Nothing about it is cold, especially when it's the only body motion you've done all year. No, I don't care if it's not right, Chad. Mine is better. Stop fighting with me, Chad. This is my show. My show. It's called Cheryl Lips. My name is in the title. My Instagram is verified. How many times do I have to say it, Chad? Just give me the papers. This is what happens when you get your PA on Craigslist. Ah, yes, here they are, finally, my beautiful literary masterpieces. Bob, love of my life, I cherish the thought of you. You light up my world. You make my heart soar. I look forward to this night. All the love, always. Your eyes are like stars, which is what you'll be seeing if I don't get booze. Get the groceries by yourself. For once, you bum, before I combust. Stick those works of art in little heart cutouts, seal them with love and a kiss, maybe attach a condom, and send them your lover's way. These little valentines are the perfect introduction to the four-legged foxtrot later in the evening. Really, just get the thoughts racing, you know. Well, I think that's all the best tips I have for you on this glorious holiday. Don't forget to get back to hating your husbands on February 15th. Speaking of which, happy early birthday, Ma. I'm Cheryl Lips. This has been Valentine's Tips with Cheryl Lips.
Wild boars out. These wild boars pose a huge threat.
Be good.
He said right slong and then with his left slong.
Lots of slongs here.
Do you want me to do modeling shots?
We won't be putting this on my portfolio, I can tell you that.
An 80-year-old man in Loxley,
Yeah, like a place called Loxley.
Huh. An 80-year-old man.
A little bit.